Edward Theodore Gein was born in rural Wisconsin in 1906. The area was quiet, remote, and largely untouched by the outside world. Gein grew up on a small farm outside the town of Plainfield. His family lived apart from the community. His father was an alcoholic. His mother, Augusta Gein, dominated the household. She preached that the world was corrupt. She warned her sons about women, sex, and sin. Ed Gein became withdrawn. He struggled socially. He was often mocked by classmates. But at home, obedience was absolute. Augusta discouraged friendships. She reinforced isolation. Ed's emotional world narrowed. His attachment to his mother intensified. She became the center of his identity. In 1940, Ed's father died. His older brother Henry remained. Henry questioned their mother's control. In 1944, Henry died during a brush fire. Authorities ruled it an accident. Some details raised quiet questions, but no investigation followed. Ed was left alone with his mother. In 1945, Augusta Gein died. Ed Gein was completely alone. What followed would remain hidden for years until the town of Plainfield noticed something was wrong. After his mother's death, Ed Gein sealed off parts of the farmhouse. Rooms she once occupied were preserved. Other areas of the house were abandoned. Gein lived primarily in the kitchen. He rarely interacted with others, but he began visiting graveyards at night. He targeted recently buried graves. Gein exhumed bodies. He selected remains that reminded him of his mother. The bodies were brought back to the farmhouse. Inside, Gein began experimenting. He used human remains to create objects, furniture, clothing, household items. He documented his actions carefully. The behavior escalated. Grave robbing was no longer enough. Gein began targeting the living. His victims were women who resembled his mother. They were known to him. They trusted him. In 1954, Mary Hogan disappeared. She was last seen with Ed Gein. Gein claimed she left with others. No body was found. The case faded from attention. Gein remained free until another woman vanished, and this time the town noticed. On November 16, 1957, a local hardware store owner disappeared. Her name was Bernice Worden. Witnesses reported seeing Ed Gein in the store that morning. Her truck was found abandoned nearby. Police followed the trail to Gein's farmhouse. They arrived after dark. What they found inside defied expectation. The house was filled with objects made from human remains: furniture, clothing, decorations. Some rooms were pristine. Others were filled with decay. The contrast reflected Gein's fractured mind. Investigators documented everything. Gein was arrested without resistance. He confessed to killing Bernice Worden. He also admitted to killing Mary Hogan. He denied killing others, but the evidence was overwhelming. Psychiatrists evaluated Gein. He was diagnosed as legally insane. He was deemed unfit to stand trial. Gein was committed to a state mental hospital. Years passed. In 1968, he was found competent to stand trial. He was convicted of murder, but he was returned to institutional care. He would spend the rest of his life confined. Ed Gein died in 1984. The farmhouse was later destroyed, but the case did not disappear. Gein's crimes inspired horror classics like Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Silence of the Lambs. But the reality was quieter and more disturbing. Isolation, obsession, and a town that didn't see the warning signs. This was the case of Ed Gein, and this is Shadows Case File. Subscribe for more true stories hidden in history's shadows.